with Mark Hahn.
Hi, welcome to Inebriated Insights. I'm Mark Hahn. This is a political comedy show where we play a drinking game as we discuss topics. Before we get started tonight, sadly we can't do this show anymore without talking about police violence. So in the description of this video on YouTube, there's going to be links to organizations that you can donate to combat police violence and systemic racism. We have Black Lives Matter, the Bail Project, American Civil Liberties Union, NAACP Legal Defense Fund, and Fair Fight 2020, which fights voter suppression. So, let me go ahead and introduce our panelist for tonight. She is a very talented and funny comedian, originally from Portland, Oregon, if I remember correctly, Alice Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hello, and you are correct.
Good to have you, Alice.
Keep down.
We have one of our regulars here, also a comedy store, paid regular when people are allowed to go to stand-up comedy, Frank Castillo.
Hello!
And we also have a very talented actor and entrepreneur, if I remember correctly, Maynard Okereke.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me. Excited to be on board.
Thanks for being here. And then we have everyone's favorite father of two, Northwest Hollywood resident, Dave Fred.
That's right. Favorite father of two. I beat out Ray Romano. So we're going to try to do some comedy tonight, guys. So tonight's drinking word is going to be, everyone, not a comedy word, but it's cops or police or any type of variation of cop. 5-0, fuzz, popo, pig. I don't know. Frank, you got more, right?
12? Yeah, sure.
Never mind. So whenever anybody hears one of those words, we're going to all drink. I got my beer. We all got booze. Frank's actually got some booze this time around because he usually smokes some weed. But yeah, so before we go, and also in between any rounds, we're going to drink to the Hail to the Chief, because our chief is fucking awesome right now. So here we go.
John.
Oh man, it's going to be a heavy night. Oh.
First topic.
Nice.
After weeks of protests following the tragic murder of George Floyd by 4 police officers, a veto-proof majority of the Minneapolis City Council voted to disband their city's police department. Council President Lisa Bender announced that they will now start a year-long conversation with residents to, quote, help us reimagine what public safety looks like, end quote. Minneapolis has tried to implement various police reforms for years, but have been unable to see any meaningful improvement. Mayor, does this make you optimistic that other cities will follow suit, and do you believe the Minneapolis City Council will follow through on this commitment?
Wow. We're gonna start off heavy on this one. Okay. All right. So where do we begin here? I guess the key is where my optimism lies, and for me, it's hard to be optimistic just because I know we're in this wave of change now, where everybody's now looking for what's the quick, fix. How can we make improvements? How can we, eradicate racism and everything like that? And it's not something that's going to happen overnight, So I think with the biggest thing, especially with police reform, everybody's been trying to do police reform. Am I supposed to drink to that?
Everyone drinks to
just you guys? Yep.
We all drink to that.
This is gonna be hard to describe reform without saying the P word.
As it goes on.
The P word. Okay, the P word.
That's
People have been trying to do the P word reform for a hot minute in various ways, and it's difficult. And I think really the question that we have to ask is, if we do the P word reform, what is the substitute? What do we replace that system that's supposed to be there to protect and serve us? What do we replace that system with? Is it going to be everyday citizens? Is it going to be, are we going to implement like the Space Force of the P Force Museum? What is it going to be? There has to be something that now has to come into place in order for us to really feel optimistic that there's going to be some transition of a system that's going to be helpful for society. So for me, I am not optimistic that people are going to jump on board and get on the ship and try to figure out ways that we can make reform just because it's a daunting task. It's something that needs to be done, but I think the more realistic position is to figure out incremental steps that we can take. What is it that we can do along the process that can slowly now wean us away from our attachments to the P word and find a way to be able to transition from that? So that is my take on that.
So, but
What do you fuck the police or?
Me, I think it should be replaced with either jaded ex-girlfriends, Mexican aunts, or black aunts, because those women all terrify me, and they would be able to solve a lot of crimes. You ever see like a Mexican aunt when something goes missing? You ever try to lie to like an older black woman? Never. Never. Can't let shit slide. And crazy exes make amazing fucking detectives.
Yeah.
They will discover anything, right?
You need a search warrant.
Yeah.
see, what pisses me off is that people are misunderstanding the whole defund the police. Like, they don't really understand what it truly means, and it's not so much that we're just going to take away money from police. It's all of police. We're just going to disband.
We all should be drinking.
Yes, because I said police like 4 times.
At least 3 times right there. That was at least 3 4 times.
I would be fucked up.
But Mark, you can talk more about this. I'm already feeling it. So the term is disband the police, right? That's what people are pushing, and right?
Defund the police.
Defund the police. So it's not so much taking
Defund.
all the money out of the police department. It's just reallocating money to services that will help out the police department. So you're going to get social workers, you're going to get mental health professionals, you're going to get drug and alcohol counselors, you're going to get more people in halfway homes, so that the police isn't the only ones all involved trying to take care of this shit. And
Exactly.
I'm on board for all of this. Plus, reforming the use of force. Right now, police actually have more ridiculous rules of engagement than our military does. Our military goes out and they have certain protocol before they can raise their gun and whatnot to people who are engaging them, and it's very strict. But when we have cops on the street just pulling out their gun willy-nilly and fucking shooting people like randomly, it's absolutely insane. It has to fucking stop. So
Y'all niggas gotta be drinking. He been saying words.
I agree. I don't know. As a brown guy, I see everything with the police and the police brutality that's going on. It's like, yeah, I do agree. They do need to be, defunded, and everything needs to be. There's way better way to spend that money, and it's not going to affect them in the long run. It just means less tear gas are going to be to shoot at us. Like, they're still going to be able to beat the fuck out of us. But I don't know if I want them to not have that ability, because after watching all these protests, it's like the only place that I could watch a white girl get hit in the face with a tear gas canister, and it's like, I don't know if I want to give that up.
You came in right. Really.
Well, it's funny. I think Dave, you brought up an interesting point too, because think about like a lot of times we think about the P word people.
Police.
We think about them in this sense of they are arresting people and patrolling the streets and dealing with drugs and violent crimes and all this stuff. But a lot of times, the part of the problem is we have the police doing like ridiculous shit, like getting cats out of trees, or or squabbling some random thing that happened in the street that's like a little thing, like all these different things that take away from the main thing which it should be doing, which is protecting and serving us, right? Yeah. And so so the whole kind of defunding the police is also partly drink to that. It's also partly finding other things or finding other whatever it is, collectives that we can institute that can take care of all those like mediocre day-to-day things, so that the P words can actually focus on what it is that they should be doing.
Yeah.
Just preventing bank robberies.
Yeah, instead of
That-
answering all these fucking
Yeah.
phone calls from white women.
God
you know,
damn.
Fucking Paw Patrol ass niggas should never be talking to homeless people. They shouldn't be responding to any mental health issues. You should be able to call the Paw Patrol and be like, I want someone to show up with no gun.
I gotta drink the Paw
You should be able
Patrol.
to. Does that count? Come on. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah. I
Elliot
mean, we all
State.
know that Paw
I think
Patrol.
at this point we just have to say it because there's no other word that's not going to be affiliated.
Yeah, well, that's the point.
Yeah.
We're here to get you all fucked up and start caring
Yeah.
about stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Who knew the police would be fucking my life up yet again?
You know what's like so wild? Is like all these cops are like like slapping their wives around, which means that like when women call the cops and they're like, hey, need to report domestic abuse, 2 domestic abusers with guns show up, like we fucked this whole system up. This is so fucked.
I'll have to go ahead and move on. So we're
Law
going
and
to
Order Karen
the next
department.
segment. Everybody chug. All right, here we go. Protests across all 50 states and several other countries have led progressive activists to start a movement to defund the police. Although police reform is overwhelmingly popular, with different reforms polling in the 70s and 80s, cutting police funding thus far is deeply unpopular. In a YouGov Yahoo News survey of 1,060 adults, only 16% of those polled said they were in favor of cutting police funding, while 65% opposed it. Alice, initiatives that go along with defunding police, like increasing funding for mental health services and education, are popular. So what do you think is making Americans so hesitant to cut any money from police budgets at all?
Niggas, man. You know? They're scared that if there's not a force with a bunch of guns, nothing. They've been told their whole lives, like, we're out to get them, we're trying to, like, steal their shit and fuck them all up, and the only thing standing in between us and them were these cops drink. And if they're gone, then they're like, oh no, all of these, like, poor people and angry people and brown people are just gonna, you know, break my door down and fuck my wife, and they don't want that to happen.
Frank, are you worried that if the police are abolished, someone will come and fuck your wife?
No. But also, it's just this idea of, like, it's just so funny to me because the people who are like, especially, like, white people that don't agree with, like, this idea is they're just like, well, what, you expect me to call the cops and they're not going to show up or help me? And it's like, yeah, now you're like all of us.
Yeah.
How do you know what it's...
Welcome to reality.
Yeah, welcome to... Yeah, that's
the black reality.
What it's like, yeah.
The most ridiculous thing that these cop bootlickers drink have been saying is like, oh, who are you going to call when you get robbed? I've been robbed. I called. No one helped. Like, it doesn't make a fucking difference. That's the worst example. I bet everyone here has been robbed. Did any of you get any of your stuff back? No.
Nope.
So, like, saying, who are you going to call when you get robbed? I might as well fucking call nobody. Like,
Yeah.
they laughed at me.
It's ridiculous. There have been 2 times. There's been 2 times where I've called police. One was an incident where I got robbed. I came back and my car window had been broken into. Some of my stuff had been stolen, and I was like, "Oh, this is what I'm supposed to do: is call the fucking police and report this. And hopefully, maybe somebody saw something or whatever." I was hoping to get some sort of advice or some sort of assistance and potentially get my belongings back. But nothing happened. I might as well have not even called them. I could have just filed it. There could be some new division of the government that's like, oh, robbery files or robbery claims, and you just send in a claim to that if you get robbed, but you don't actually need to call anybody because they're not going to do anything. And the second time, it took me a long time to actually finally call, but I was literally at my house, at the house I was living at the time, and there was a neighbor right next to us. We heard a gunshot. Heard a gun go off, and me and my roommate like stood in the hallway. We're like, "Is that a gunshot?" Then we heard arguing, and we looked out the window, and right outside the window there was a dude had a gun to this other dude's head in the house, in the backyard of the house behind us. And we're like, "Oh shit!" And we like got to the floor, and we're just standing there. We're yelling them, arguing back and forth. And at that moment, I was like, we should call the police. So we looked at each other, we were like, but we don't really want to call the police because we're like, could this make it worse? Are they gonna come after me and think that I'm the one? So like, we literally end up calling the police, and there's a dude that potentially could get killed. And so that's like how the fear has been instilled in us of our dissentment and our unbelief in the system.
Did that guy die?
No, the police ended up coming. So I think somebody else must have called, but then
Frank
police
asking
ended
the
up
real
coming.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, what really mattered.
Bro, I saw someone get stabbed in the street like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a bunch of homeless people fighting.
Did you call the popo?
Oh, we were about to do a podcast, and
No time. You gotta get that podcast, bro.
no, it was me, Guam, and Brian Moses, and I was at the gate. I was like, yo, I just saw someone get stabbed, and they were like, oh shit. I was like, should I go talk to the cops? I saw who did it, and they're like, nah, man, you can be there for hours. Dude, it's the podcast started.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
They're gonna start asking you. They're gonna start asking you questions. What you
Yeah.
got in your car?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
you carrying? Why were you there?
Yeah, but I saw it just went, and I was like, damn.
So you actually saw that?
I watched a dude get stabbed like 3 times, and then I saw another guy get hit in the chest with a knife. And the whole time it was going down, I was eating my burrito. And the guy got stabbed the first time. I was like, oh my god! And he got stabbed the second time, and I was like, oh my god! And then by the time it was the third time was coming, I was looking back at the burrito, and then I started eating it again, and I was like,
You kept eating your burrito.
this is horrendous.
Were you high out of your mind, Frank?
Of course I was.
Bet you would have called if it was a white lady getting stabbed. You're like, these homeless niggas is crazy. It just kept me
Oh
going.
man.
Look,
I'll only call for one white lady. That's the one I married.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
No loyalty to any other ones.
That's the right answer.
I'm half black and half white, so I hate the police, but I also call 911 like it's customer service. So if I see anything weird, like I fucking dare you to let me hear a weird noise, I will call immediately.
Wow.
Don't do any weird shit around me. I'm such a fucking Amy Cooper ass bitch. I never call on black people, but whites,
There you go.
keep your fucking house in order.
My mom calls ICE on white immigrants all the time.
Wow.
I swear to God, she like we were at a mall and she heard these people speaking fucking like French and she straight up just called ICE. I was like, yo, there's these people at the mall. I think they're from another country. They're speaking a different language.
Sounds like Francois.
Yeah, she straight up made it sound like they were Mexican, but it was like they're white people, and yeah.
These people are from Canada. They're Canadian.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Canadians coming and
He said,
stealing
"Hey."
their goddamn jobs.
Yeah, it was.
They took our jobs.
They took our jobs. I didn't know that ICE had a hotline. Like, did they just have like?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be a background investigator, and one of my contracts was with ICE, and I hated it. I did not want to show anybody my credentials because I thought I was going to get shot. So but I don't do that anymore. So
Yeah, you probably would have if you did.
yeah, I mean, it was not a good time. That also Customs Border Protection, also CBP. So like, cool, I represent 2 agencies that are the most hated right now in America. So
Hell yeah.
look at me.
On that note of Dave representing a racist organization, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Oh, I guess it didn't hit play. Sorry, guys.
Hey,
Whatever.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that soundtrack.
Yeah, I hit play,
Do you
but I was
think-
drinking. Sorry.
Do you think? Wait, so they say that cops have like the highest percentage of domestic abuse, right?
Who does what? Cops? Cops?
Yeah, they say cops have the highest rate of domestic abuse in like their field, and there's a part of me that's like, I wonder if they play the song when they're beating their wives.
What song?
Bad Boys.
Oh, Bad Boys. What you bone?
It's like this dinner's
Did he-
full again. Wait, one
Did you
second.
hear they canceled? Did you hear they canceled that show?
Yeah, and I love watching Cops, and I know it's such a bad move of me, but like I used to love watching it. But now I understand why it's a bad thing. Because it's like if you've never, like if you're a white person or just a person that's never seen any other minorities at all, and the only minorities you see are the ones that are on cops for like 10, 15 years, like. Then the president comes out and he's like, "Look at these fucking people! Look at the news! Look at them!
These
Vote this way!" You're like,
thugs.
"Oh, of course."
Yeah.
Wait.
The only thing
How
you know
long
is
ago did they cancel it? I thought it was
it's been on
canceled
for
like years ago.
37 seasons.
What was that?
No, they just canceled it like a couple days ago.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
The
It's been
cancellation
going on for
crash.
like 40 seasons. Like, give me a goddamn break.
Yeah, it's been on. It's been on for as long as we've been alive. It's been on.
Yeah.
Bro, the early seasons are wild too because they're pretty fucking like they get pretty
Playing
like,
fast and loose.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what's wild though is the TV show Scared Straight, just straight up
Oh,
child
yeah.
abuse, just straight up. That should never have been legal.
I know.
Scared Straight is a good show though. They need to switch. They're gonna replace that. Just replace that with Scared Straight. That's gonna make everybody just like be law-abiding citizens. Like I ain't going to no jail.
That's right.
Especially cops, because especially cops, you don't want to be going to jail as a cop.
No.
No, you be in there with all the people that you arrested.
Yeah. There's something great about watching Scared Straight and just seeing an inmate scream at a 15-year-old kid talking about how he's gonna fucking make him his
Ooh,
bitch.
they need to do scared. They need to do Scared Straight cop version. So like, whatever next cops that they send in, right? Just have them like meeting the most vicious criminals and talk about how they're just going, how they're not gonna just, they won't kill them. They're just gonna torture them slowly for however long that they're in there. That might get them to act right.
I say we do exactly that, but no cameras and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
What's your question,
Speaking
Mark?
of happens. President Trump tear gassed a bunch of people on June 1st to do a photo op, and since then Biden's been surging in the polls. So Frank, you're an expert on young people and voters, and so I want to ask you, what can Biden do to kind of maintain and build on this momentum?
Well, last time you guys asked me about this, I said Biden needs to lean into being the dumb grandpa. Because if he started a TikTok and was like, I forget things, we would love. We're like, oh, grandpa. Yeah, oh, Grandpa Joe, He's already been invited to the barbecue. We're all looking at him like, don't fuck this up, but he just keeps fucking it up, man.
God.
He keeps doing old white guy shit, and it's like, I don't know, it's like, we're all staring at him, because it's like, there's parts of me where it's like I know Trump's gonna win, and it's only because I see how bad how easy, it's like all you gotta do is just get to the finish line, just get to the finish line, and it's such an easy win. And then he's like, I'm gonna fucking check this out, I'm gonna fucking do I'm gonna do a move, and then he fucking trips and falls, and we all.
I'm gonna say you're not black enough if you don't vote for me.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
that shit was like. One, you can't challenge a black person on their blackness, especially if you're not black. Like, that's like rule number one. It's like, it's same with like being Mexican and all that jazz. So it's like, but it's also the idea of like, we all know what it is and what we're up against, you know what I mean? Where it's like, we gotta get this guy out of the White House. But also it's like, just because you're Joe Biden doesn't mean you automatically get the black vote. You have to earn it, Like, so you earn it by not being a dumb white guy about it. And you just
And he can't.
He can't stop being a dumb white guy about it.
He has he has the simplest road if he just plays this shit right. All he needs to do is be cool and just have Obama with him everywhere he goes. That's all he needs to do. Just be cool and just carry Obama with you everywhere you go. Be like, hey, I'm about to go get some eat Obama. You want to come with me? Whatever, like. If you want to have a token friend, like Obama at this stage, let be your token black friend.
You can't do much better.
All you need is Obama everywhere you go, and just be cool. Just say cool shit. Just like do whatever's trending in that moment. Like just ride the wave. Just ride the wave, and people will be like, "This is such a breath of fresh air." But he can't even get it out of his own way. So I don't know.
If Trump, Biden could be the TikTok what Trump is to Twitter. All he has to do is
so Biden's gonna go ahead and just like have a TikTok account, and all of his like diplomacy is going to be all through
If
TikTok.
that was him and Obama fucking just dancing, people would be like, it was 20 fucking 20. We're getting it. They would lose their goddamn minds.
The whole "you ain't black" thing, it cracks me up because I know that like they talked about it beforehand. They're like, "This is it," just like Hillary when she went on the Breakfast Club and was like, "I have hot sauce in my purse." Like they planned that, and they're like, "Fucking wait till they hear this one. It's gonna be so good." And it's like, get some people on your fucking staff that are just a bunch of like super excited white people who are like, the blacks will love this. And I know that because I'm 21. And it's like, no, this is a bad idea.
Because you know what, and I think that what it is for me when I see that, where it's like, I know Trump's bad and I know he's the worst and I know all this jazz. I know all this stuff. You know what I mean? We all know this stuff. As brown people and people of color and shit. But when you see white people do shit like that or say stuff like that, it reminds me of this thing of like, I could deal with racist people because their whole thing is like, I'm better than you based off skin color or whatever. I can prove them wrong. Whereas like certain liberal people, it's like, I know what's best for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't fight someone who thinks they're doing what's in my best interest because they think they're doing what's right. It's crazy. You know, I could change the other person's mind who's like, I don't like brown people or whatever the fuck, and it's like, look, we're dope.
Yeah. It's like, who's advising these guys? Like, how difficult is it to get some young minority representation on your advisory boards, and just cue you in on what's, hey, this is what the kind of the pace of the the dynamic of the world is right now. This is what's kind of moving. This is kind of where you need to shift. These are the things you need to do. It's very simple, but they make these political issues so complex, so over the top. That we have to do this and we have to be strategic, and they always miss. They always try to hit and they miss every single time. It's not that difficult.
How old are we all in this group right now? How old are we? I'm 31.
29.
31.
I feel like
I'm oldest here. I'm 37.
I'm 38. Like, yeah.
But it's like you look at everyone that's
whippersnappers.
Yeah, but it's like everyone that's in charge is 2 or 3 decades older than even the oldest people here. So it's like if you think about that, where it's like, from you guys, that's still like generations apart. It's crazy.
Well, Obama had Cal Penn as one of his youth advisors, and even Cal Penn, well, he's like 42 now, I think, 44. So, but yeah, I mean, but he did a pretty good job.
I mean, shit, dude. I think even my way of thinking is still pretty old. You know what I mean? Like, I think I look at my cousins and I look at my younger people in my family and I look at the way they think and I'm like, oh yeah, I still don't have, like, those are great values, but those are further along than what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, you guys are it.
You're doing it. I think that one of the biggest fuck ups for, any political campaign, but specifically with Democrats, so much of your staff is staffed like as favors. Like my nephew, this other senator, my nephew wants to be an intern, and my niece wants to be, this, gopher or whatever. And you just bring in all these people, not based on qualifications, but based on, like, people who are like, we want our kid to have some experience. And then that's where you got to think, like, all right, where's our one young person? Like, that young person grew up in fucking country clubs. They're not going to be able to, have their fucking finger on the pulse of the society because they are just as out of touch as old Joe Biden. And I think that one of the worst things, I think one of the worst things that were, like, these racist, campaigns of Trump and all these people, I think one of the worst things that they do is force you to forgive Democrats for shit that we should expect better of them for. Because it's like, Trump sucks so bad that, like, Biden's got, like, allegations against him and he's saying all this dumb shit and we're still like, fuck, we gotta go with this guy. Like, we gotta get this guy in the White House.
Yeah.
Biden's best idea
it's
right
so
now.
Funny. It's so
It's like the lesser of two evils, right? It's like, what do you gotta go with?
Yeah, you're like, all right, well, how long did he smell these kids' hair for?
Yeah.
Was it like a grandpa sniff or like a, hey man, like
Did he cut off the hair and like put it in his pocket or something?
Yeah, did he like really, you know what I mean? Like, come on, then it's also just like, all right, how many kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like showing up to get surgery and your doctor's like, I don't wash my hands. And you're like, oh, I don't want you to do the surgery. You're like, well, the other guy that's going to do the surgery is literally stabbing someone on the table right now. And you're like, fuck, I'll go with the guy who doesn't wash his hands. We should all be getting so much better.
We deserve much better. We
Yeah.
deserve much better. And I don't know what needs to happen, because I mean, think about it. We go through all the like primaries and all these different things, and like there's supposed to be a third option, right? There's supposed to be an independent option, right? Isn't that like supposed to be like always on the table? Does anybody even know what the independent option is? Like it seems it's the problem is like we're stuck with these two lanes, whether it's Democrats or Republicans, and it's like we need some fucking other options to choose from.
Can we
I
an Instagram
love-
celebrity in 3 years? I swear to
Yeah,
God.
well, you're talking about like party reform there, just like defining the whole system. Like that, this is not the year for that. Like I am sorry,
Yeah.
but like we just got to get this fucking orange asshole out of the office and start turning the country back around again. So, but no, I'm all for it. I like usually like other countries like England has like maybe like 3 or 4 different presidential candidates. Mark, you can talk about that, right? Well,
Well,
not presidential, prime minister. Don't they have like several parties all
They
running?
got a bunch of parties.
Yeah.
the Tory
Yeah.
parties, party, the Liberal Party. So they have a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's different.
And do they rotate like pretty often, like who gets into office or whatnot, or is it usually the same party?
The Tories are almost always in office.
Because they're like the conservatives, right?
Yeah, they're conservatives. Although they're not like our conservatives, where they're like, fuck your healthcare and fuck gay people. They're not like that. They like giving tax cuts to billionaires, and they like racism against blacks. So in that,
Hell yeah.
they're the same.
So pretty much the same.
Wait, how do they feel about Mexicans?
They don't feel great.
Oh, okay.
So there's not many there.
Do they know
So-
what
Not
Mexicans
many
are?
Mexicans in England to deal with.
I'm
So
ready to go, yeah.
If you
Racism over there is
Hanky guy.
completely different. Like they fucking hate Germans, they hate French people, they hate like Syrians. It's like a different world.
I want to live in a society that's advanced enough to where we can hate white people for their various ethnicities.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like 40,
What
60
are you,
years
fucking
ago, it's like
Croatian?
everybody hated Italians, you know? Yeah.
that's
yeah, it's like here you're white, you're Caucasian, you could be Italian, German. I don't know your background. I'll see somebody's last name and be like, yeah, you're clearly German, but you're over here talking about Georgia this and Georgia that. Like,
Someone made a good point of like, where it was like the Irish were considered immigrants for a very long time until they started integrating themselves in the police force,
Please.
and then once they became
Officer
the
O'Malley.
oppressors, they were like really like accepted more as into the whites.
I think America just got so big that we were like, it's going to be too complicated to hate all of these specifics. Let's just split the teams into white versus not white, and that's how we'll fuck it all up from here on out. It's just even our racism is just lazy because there's just so many people here.
yeah.
Fucking it all up. We're gonna move on to
Nice.
Nice.
Here we go.
Where's the music?
I can't.
Oh man.
Alright. Biden officially clinched the Democratic nomination this week. And now we're talking about his running mate again. Increased calls for criminal justice and police reform have brought questions about the appropriateness of choosing Amy Klobuchar and Kamala Harris due to their records as prosecutors, and Val Deming for her history as Orlando chief of police. Dave, do you think all this should impact who Biden chooses?
Yeah. So I'm still on board with Stacey Abrams or polling Michelle Obama, enticing her to be his running mate. But I did some reading. Up on this stuff. I don't think Klobuchar is going to be a good idea because when she was the Attorney General of Minnesota, I'm sorry. My names, I forget them when I'm drinking. But who was the piece of shit who kneeled on George Floyd?
Chauvin.
Chauvin. Thank you.
Yeah. She declined to prosecute.
She became the class. So yeah,
Nigga, damn.
Chauvin fucking shot a Native American or American Indian and killed him, and she didn't prosecute him. And so
Let it slide.
if she would have done that, George Floyd would probably still be alive today. So
she's too closely tied to this scandal.
Yeah. So get her out of the picture. Thank you very much. I did some reading up. I did some reading up on the shit. Who is the Orlando representative from Florida? That Mark.
Val Deming.
Yeah. Say that again one more time.
Val Deming.
Val Deming. Thank you. Sorry about that. It's the alcohol. I cannot remember the name. Val Deming.
Blame it on the
Alcohol.
So yeah, she was the police chief of Orlando for a good, I can't remember, 10, 15 years, but she can't, the Orlando Police Department had a very bad rep for violent crimes, and she wouldn't prosecute that shit. A lot of people don't like Kamala Harris, or Kamala, what are we saying?
What?
Kamala?
I think we hated her in the primary, but now that shit's really hitting the fan, people are what I think they've embraced.
You call her Kamala Harris?
Is it Kamala or Kamala? Yes.
Oh.
Kamala.
Sorry.
Because now I'm just going to think of Camel Joe every time you say it.
Kamala Harris. I think that's his best option right now. She doesn't support the death penalty. She's got a long history, and from being always a district attorney also. State district attorney from like the Bay Area district attorney, Alameda County and whatnot. I think she's got a fair rap. I didn't want to vote for her in the primary just because I don't feel that she was progressive enough. But for the choices that Biden has, I think that Kamala is the one that he should choose if he doesn't want to man up and pull his testicles out of his nutsack and try to get Stacey Abrams or Michelle Obama. So that's what I say.
God, Kamala really fucked up the primary for herself. Yeah. She was like, we'll forgive student loan debts for people who start a business and keep their business afloat for like 8 years. It's like, motherfucker, we have too much debt to start a business. What the fuck type of plan is this? I read an article that Joe Biden was considering Condoleezza Rice, who's Republican, for running mate, which pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
God, really fucking old.
Dude, Condoleezza Rice is fine.
She's hot.
What?
Who are you, Gaddafi?
Said no one ever. Well, is there a specific law where if you've been president, you can't be chosen as a vice president? Is that like a law?
Can be.
I don't think that's an actual law.
No, it's not a law at all. You can
look down on it. Yeah.
So Obama and Biden.
I was saying, is that impossible again? Can that happen?
Technically, what can happen is that Biden could pick Obama as a running mate and then resign. Obama would be president again. However, he could not run for a third term, but he could be president again if he was Biden's VP.
Which has happened before.
There's a solution right there. Get Obama as a running mate, and it's a wrap.
So the loophole is just kill Biden.
How crazy would it be? How crazy would that be? Can you imagine? It's like the announcement of who his running mate is, and then just out steps Barack Obama, and it was just fucking Watch the Throne. Fucking just
everybody would like have a mic, just like oh!
I'll be like, you know that gif of that rap battle. Obama just comes out and goes, oh!
Racists would go crazy.
Oh my god, they'd lose their shit.
Yeah, their head would blow up.
Yeah.
Now, how about
when was Obama president?
2008
to 16.
Yeah, it was like it's 2020, 2016 again.
Yeah.
What if we all just went back in time 4 years?
Seriously.
whatever says like a husband and wife couldn't be president and running mate? You know, it's like
What is this, House of Cards?
yeah.
House of Cards.
Was that House of Cards?
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
You ain't watch that shit?
I don't
Kevin
watch
It's too
it.
late now. Kevin Spacey.
Well, I
fucked
can't
it up.
watch it because of Kevin Spacey. Frank Underwood, give me a break.
But you know
No.
what's? Hey, did you guys hear all the stuff? The case got dropped and stuff with Spacey
Did you
Yeah,
hear?
because
Did
a
you
bunch
guys
of his
hear?
witnesses
Got
keep
dropped?
dying.
with the
Yeah.
18-year-old.
He
Got dropped? What do you mean?
Like it was yeah. They said they just did the case. His like him being like the guy that accused him just dropped the case. So it was just like it's just interesting.
Sure.
But I've heard stories
That don't
about
mean he
Kevin
ain't did that
Spacey.
shit.
Well,
I mean,
I've heard stories
that's a
about
gay
Kevin
guy asking
Spacey
for a
too.
blowjob,
Like
you know what I
he likes young looking guys.
mean? He likes young boys.
And
Yeah,
he
that's
hits
like
on
his
them.
thing. He likes
It's
18-year-old. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the Star
he's
Trek
like a-
Discovery guy was
Yeah,
like,
he's
he was
like a
trying to
dude
fuck it.
about being gay, you know?
Wait. Star Trek Discovery guy.
Yeah, one of the actors from Star Trek was like, Kevin Spacey tried to fuck me when I was 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the one where you're like, okay, this is crazy.
Dude, that's when it was like, okay, bye.
Yeah. But the other one with the 18-year-old, I was like, oh, come. I mean, listen, if my wife dies, that's gonna be Frank Castillo 100%. Just at a bar, hitting on 21-year-olds and shit. Yeah, just gross. No,
Hot man.
But there was
That's so
also the
crazy.
straight guy that
Yeah.
worked on House of Cards, the straight PA.
Yep.
Kevin Spacey would just like grab his nuts and be like,
Yeah.
"Come on a boat with me for like 3 weeks." And he'd be like, "No, dude, I'm straight." And he was like, "Good, you're fired now."
Dude, there was I was in West Palm Beach, Florida, and with doing a show at the Improv with Tony Hinchcliffe, and he was on stage talking about Kevin Spacey because he has this whole joke about him, and this guy in the audience like raises his hand. He goes, "Kevin Spacey tried to blow me once," and everyone was like, and like the show stopped.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Go on."
Tell us. Let me grab my coffee real quick. Let me grab my tea real
Everyone was
quick.
like, all right, comedy's done. Continue. So I guess Colin Jost does shows all the time, right? When he would do comedy from SNL. And I guess Kevin Spacey's like obsessed with Colin Jost. So
Of
he'll
course.
follow him to all of his dates. So he'll just show up and like be in the audience to watch and stuff. Well, I guess it was at West Palm Beach. That guy that was in the audience, after the show, this guy kept hitting on him. Kept trying to suck his dick, and he was like, "Nah, man, I'm not interested." He was like, "Come on, bro, boy," and he was like, "Nah, I'm good." The guy was gay, but it wasn't until like later that he realized it was Kevin Spacey. It was Kevin Spacey until all this stuff came out. He was like, "No,
What?
dude that was trying to blow me." I'm like, "How do you not know who Kevin Spacey is?"
And that's
Right.
a plausible excuse. Because at first I was going to say, even if you're straight, how do you not let Kevin Spacey blow you? Like, even just like before
For
the
real,
allegations.
you know what I mean?
But if he didn't know it was Kevin Spacey, then I can see why he's like, dude, no.
Yeah.
Some random guy just tried to blow me. Oh, God, if I only knew it was Kevin Spacey.
I don't even like if Sarah Paulson was like, "Let me eat your pussy," I'd be like, "Bitch, if you insist." Like, I'm not even gay, but it's out of respect.
If Tom Hardy's like, "Frank, I'm gonna eat your butthole," I'm like, "Listen, this usually happens, but it's gonna be a story for the rest of my life."
Tom, I'm telling you, man, Venom ate my butthole. It was
Guys,
crazy.
you're not gonna believe it. Mad Max ate my asshole.
Speaking of eating asshole, we're gonna move on.
Dude, you did not have a segue for
That's
that
your-
one.
No.
That's your transition.
Mark's got a segue for everything, man.
No, it kind of works because we're gonna talk about people we wish would eat our assholes because this segment's called "Who Should Fuck Off."
Here we go.
Dave, you had a catheter inserted into you for several weeks, so
God damn it, man. You have to bring this up every fucking show. It's like, you
Wow.
already
I'm
died,
so
right?
interested in
I
what's
can't
going on.
Catheter inserted into you?
I had a catheter in my penis for a good 2 weeks, so.
How long was the needle?
It's a tube, man.
I don't know what that.
You don't know what a catheter is?
I mean, it goes
Do you
down
have to
your dick
lube it
hole.
up first, or do
I
you
don't
just
know.
let it
I was
dry?
unconscious. I just remember them
How
pulling
big
it
was
out,
it?
and it hurt like a motherfucker. But yeah,
Yeah, dude, it's your dick.
it's your dick, and it burns.
Yikes.
So,
Of course it hurt.
and then when you take it out, you're just like, I forgot how to pee. Like I forgot how to actually I'm like, what the fuck do? I have to pee, and I don't know what to do because you're so used to just being like, I don't give a shit. Fucking all my urine's just going out of a tube right now in a goddamn bag. But yeah, real hot stuff, guys. What's going on? Mark?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
anyway. Anyway, continue that segue.
Yeah, Dave. Who should fuck off? Who's your rant this week?
Oh, god damn it, man. You know what? I know we talk about him a lot in other shows, but it's gonna just be fucking Donald Trump again, because he planned his next motherfucking rally on Juneteenth at Tulsa. Like, this is a fucking political stunt. Like, he just wants to start a war, and he wants to fuck everybody over. It's like he's planning people to show up and actually start, like, a riot.
Yeah.
And, like, that's
And
beyond...
there's always a rise in hate crimes for the next couple of months after Donald Trump holds a rally in a specific location. Goddamn.
It's just like... I don't think Trump's smart enough to plan this on his own. Somebody in his cabinet...
I was just going to say it was Stephen Miller. He's not smart enough to be this racist.
Yeah.
Like, he's racist, but he's a dumb racist. Where he's like, I got to hire Jewish people to be my accountants and no black people can move my apartments. Like, that's dumb racism. This is very smart racism.
This is
very-
strategic racism.
That is beyond Donald
Because-
Trump's capacity.
Because like
Probably-
there's that silent majority that has that fear of like, because you see it, like you see those videos of like all the videos of the people that are like defund the police, yeah, fucking defund them, just give me an excuse and I'll be there with my gun, I'll show these fucking people.
A rocket
All of
launcher.
those-
Drink, by the way, everybody.
Hilarious.
Please.
All of those people that you see those videos of, and they're all fucking just crazy, dumb, fucking ignorant people.
Yeah.
All those people are the people that the rally being on Juneteenth. That's what that message is for. It's for those people, that silent majority. You know what I mean? Where they're like, I see what he's saying. You know, and you're like, oh, these are the problem people.
No, there's definitely a puppet master that's controlling, like, even things like the whole publicity stunt with the Bible and the protesters, you know, going out to church, like shit like that. You're just like he did not just do this himself. Somebody
That
had
was
laid his
Ivanka.
groundwork to
That
set
was
this shit up.
Ivanka Trump's and fucking Jared Kushner's idea, which was just insane because they're both Jewish, yeah, like, but they're not. But
Jewish.
Jared was born Jewish. He's actually Jewish. Ivanka converted.
yeah. But the whole, like, I can guarantee you Trump's never heard of the Tulsa Massacre, had no idea
Oh, no,
what
of course
Black
not.
Wall Street was. I mean, I didn't know, I'll admit, I didn't know until I watched Watchmen. Greatest show ever.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
wasn't
anyone,
taught.
no one knew until we all watched
It
Watchmen.
was just a fucking great show. And I
Which
was
is-
like, did this
which
really
is-
happen? And I had to look it up. And I was like,
Yeah,
what?
which is the point where it's like that's how crazy is that happened in history and that's not
It was
talked
just
about.
erased.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucked
I learned
up.
about it in like 2014, but I used to nanny for a woman who was from that area. And also, my boyfriend's from Oklahoma, and I've asked everyone I know from Oklahoma, did you learn about this? And they're like, no.
Wow.
Yeah, because they pick and choose what's part of our U.S. history. It's not taught in your history class when you're in school. That's not part of your elementary history lesson. You
You know
know?
what's funny is I actually learned about Black Wall Street, but I didn't learn about what happened to it. It was just sort of like black people used to be entrepreneurs, but now they're just getting pretty fucking lazy, and they never wrapped up the story about what the fuck happened to it.
Yeah,
You know what's
that's-
so funny about that Bible stunt? Is that I grew up around like evangelicals who love TV preaching and like these exact people that love Donald Trump so much, and I know for a fact they were watching that stunt with fucking tears in their eyes. It moved them to their core. I'm like, this is how fucking easy it is to manipulate certain people.
Well,
And like
Maynard
Democrats have
and
shit like that too.
Maynard and I went to the same Episcopal church. I still consider myself an Episcopalian. Go Episcopals! He went to Episcopal church, and the fucking diocesan bishop there was just like, "Fuck you, man!" Like, she just went off on him, and like they forced the clergy people out of there who were helping the
Oh yeah,
protesters.
the clergy
like,
were pissed that he did this.
And he
But
fucking kicked them
evangelicals
out.
are a special breed.
It's like, give me a fucking break, man. But I was gonna say that to follow up on that, what I was saying before is like I didn't even hear of Juneteenth until a few years ago, and there's absolutely no way that Trump knows about all of this.
Hell no.
And so it's just there for him to start some type of war. He wants people to protest. He wants them to fucking try to retaliate while he's doing this. and that's
Yeah.
all it
Yeah.
is, and it's absolutely absurd. I didn't even know what to.
I think Donald Trump genuinely as a person, I think he does want a race war because he expects so little of people of color that he just thinks that they're all like violent, and he's like, just let's get this over with, almost.
Well, that's
But
his
he is also
base.
very, very fucking stupid.
That's his base. So we got to end this in an hour. Or sorry, not an hour. We got to end this at 8 minutes. So we got to move on.
One more hour.
One more hour of us talking about bullshit. So, Mark, go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
So what?
Who should fuck off?
Ivanka Trump can go fuck herself.
That was gonna be mine.
I was gonna say. Oh, were you asking who? You asking me?
No, we got one at a time. So
Oh.
who's up
Okay.
next?
I'll just because it's fresh on my mind because I was watching Sports Center right before we jumped onto this call. People that can fuck off is everybody that still carries around Confederate flags. They can all fuck off. They can all fuck off. They just made the announcement that NASCAR is now banning the Confederate flag from all of their events, and I'm like, why the fuck were the Confederate flags still allowed in your fucking events?
Why was
You know
it
what I'm
still
saying?
there?
It's like, it's ridiculous. And like, to me, it just to real wrap it up real quick because I know other people that, but like, think about symbolism, right? The whole argument that people are gonna make is like, oh, it's part of our history. And like, it's part of our pride and all this. Where the U.S. is the only country that holds on to philosophies from old regimes and from old principalities of old historical relevance. You don't see Germany still carrying around Nazi flags and saying, oh, Hitler was really crucial in this segment of our time. It was part of our government, so we have to recognize it and we can't lose that history. No, they eradicated it. You can't even say, you can't even stutter it. You know what I'm saying? And so,
You go to jail.
Yeah.
Exactly. But here in the U.S., we hold on to all this old racist shit, whether it be statues or Confederate flags, all these different things that are part of our horrible history. Once we progress, you leave all that shit in the past and you move forward. You don't hold on to shit just because it happened. You let that shit go and you move on with the times. But for some reason, we fucking can't understand that shit. So all these people can fuck off.
You know what's wild is they banned the Nazi flag in Germany, so Germans that are Nazi sympathizers fly the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right?
What
It's
sucks is
ridiculous.
we're never going to be able to use that color scheme again. That's such a beautiful
They
color
fucked it
scheme.
up. It's a nice
Fuck
flag.
that.
I hate to say it. It's a nice
The
fucking
Confederate
flag.
flag or Nazi flag? The red flag?
The Confederate flag is a nice flag. I didn't know what it stood for ever because I was never taught that I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
And so when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's a dope ass flag. I didn't know what it was for.
The
When you
stars
see
and
it on the
bars?
General Lee for the first time and you don't know what it is, you're like, yo, that's a dope ass car. And then you're like, oh, what's it about? Ooh, that's that cool car.
It's a good design.
That was my favorite part about, I don't know if I doubt anyone here saw the remake of Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh god, it's awful.
There's a scene where they're driving in, I think, Atlanta with the General Lee, and they're just driving down, and they got like Confederate flags on the top, and you just see everybody passing by them with their arms crossed, just shaking their head, and they're like, why's everyone staring at us? It was ridiculous.
Well, them Duke boys got themselves in a big hustle right now, eh?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Yeah.
Alice, tell us
Yeah?
Ivanka Trump should fuck off.
Oh, because she's playing both sides, and a lot of white liberals are falling for it, and it's driving me fucking crazy. Because Republicans want to run her for president, and she probably will be the first woman president if white liberal ladies vote for her like I fucking know that they're going to. Because she's going to come out with a book, and it's going to be a tearjerker. It's going to have a lot of Me Too shit about her childhood. It's going to be real, and she's going to play it up, and white ladies are going to fall for it. I know that they're going to be like, oh, she was secretly on our side the whole time, and then we're fucked because she's actually just an amoral con artist.
And there's something so attractive about that.
She does a fake voice. It fucking drives me
Oh my
crazy.
god, that evil white woman shit. Oh, I love it.
Alright.
I'm not saying she's not hot, okay?
Yo, it's all. I don't know why. Even the most racist white women, like the worst kinds of those public figures, the worst, like the fucking.
You trying to fuck Ann Coulter?
I mean,
You're gonna fuck the racism out of them?
That gun chick, the Chattersall.
Caitlyn Bennett.
Oh my god, bro! I'm just like, listen, you can fucking kill my
That
man.
press
We
secretary
have a
hot.
fucking date.
Oh, Kaylee McKinnon or
Dude,
whatever
the
her
press
fucking white ass
secretary?
name is.
She's
I'm just like,
so
bro.
awful. She's such
Lie to me.
So, wait, are you talking about the
You're
White
a Karen.
House?
You're a Karen lover, huh?
The White House
Oh,
press
bro.
Bring all
secretary?
the
See, I'm a
Karens.
huge Karen
Bring
lover.
all those Karens.
Bro.
More
Karen
Karens. More
sympathizer.
Karens.
Just the
You want
silence
to do
is
a
I'm a
rant
Karen
before we
lover.
have to go?
What was that, Mark?
Frank, you want to do a rant before we have to go?
What? Who I want to fuck off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very specific. There's like, I dislike I dislike how certain companies are using Black Lives Matter and like this apology thing to be like certain companies definitely do need to apologize and have that internal look. Like, like Target apologized and I was like, of course, that makes sense. You guys got hit. Like, Burner from Cookies talked about it and apologized, but he was like, I can always rebuild my dispensary. But then there's companies that are hitting you up. They're like, we apologize, we appreciate black people and stuff. And it's like, all right, that's cool. You're a sock company. Like, I don't need you to send me a fucking email over this. Like, I get, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't worried about you guys in the first place.
You see Gushers apologize?
Yeah, like just random ass like people where it's like, like I don't need fucking MeUndies to come out and be like, listen, we're apologizing for the shit we've done to the black people. What did you guys do?
None of
Like,
our
it makes-
underwear
it-
was big enough for black dicks.
Yeah, it
So
makes
sorry.
me more suspicious.
Yeah.
It makes
We
me
need to
more
work on our product. We need to work on our product development to be more inclusive.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? What's going on? MeUndies?
I need to piggyback on Alice's, because Ivanka Trump was one of the people who came up with the scheme to tear gas the protesters.
Yep.
And then afterwards, she was upset that Wichita State University didn't want to let her speak, and she blamed it on cancel culture. And it's like, you can't silence my voice and my First Amendment and then be like, let me speak. And she said we weren't considering other perspectives. And it's like, I don't respect people who don't respect the First Amendment and the Constitution and commit blatant acts violating it. So,
They should have invited her to speak and then just tear gassed her and everyone threw him on the stage.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Stay
man.
safe out there. It's fucked up, but protest strong. Donate to all the different places that we listed before. And join us again in 2 weeks.
thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna take my shirt off. A lot of fun, guys. See you guys later.
Peace.